Welcome to the Python Masterclass, intended for absolute beginners who want to build a solid foundation in Python. For those of you who don't know anything about Python, I'll tell you what Python is and what makes it a highly popular programming language. Beginners can learn Python easily. If you're someone who has no experience with computer programming, Python is the best programming language you can start with. And that's for two reasons. One, unlike other high-level languages like Java or C, which use English language words but quite a lot of jargons in between, which kind of unnecessary and redundant thing in Python. Python uses simple English language words more often, which you, as a programmer, can easily relate to. Secondly, in Python, we need to write lesser lines of code as compared to other high-level languages and still achieve the same result. For example, if you have to instruct a computer to print a simple phrase, say hello world, this is how you write a program for computer in Java. And this is how you achieve this using the C language. But Python is a smart language. If you instruct a computer to print the same sentence hello world in Python, you just have to write this single line and your task is done. So simple to do, isn't it? Take another example. If you have to create two variables A and B, assign them two numbers, say 10 and 20, add them together and print the result. This is how you write instructions in Java. And this is how you instruct your machine to do the same thing using the C language. But this is how you make your computer do the same thing in Python. See? So it's clear. Python uses lesser lines of code and simple English language words. Also, lesser rules to follow in Python for language syntax. As you can see here, instead of declaring two variables A and B separately, we can declare both the variables and we can assign values to both of them in the same line if you want to. No more complex syntactical rules to follow here. No curly braces like you see here in codes for Java and C. That's not needed in Python. And no need to end a Python command with a semicolon either. This and many more such rules make Python a beginner-friendly programming language. So if you're confused about which language you should choose to start coding and start writing programs, start with Python, alright? But just because Python is simple to learn, it doesn't mean that Python is used only for creating simple programs. Python is a robust programming language developed and refined over the span of a decade now.